What if I told you that the entire universe speaks in patterns? That hidden beneath everything, from the spiral of galaxies to the shell of a snail, is a secret code. This isn't fantasy, it's called sacred geometry, the ancient language of creation itself. A language carved not with words, but with shapes, numbers and symmetry. From the proportions of the human body to the alignment of pyramids, sacred geometry has been quietly whispering its truth to us for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations didn't just admire these patterns, they revered them, building temples, designing mandalas, encoding spiritual truths into every line and curve. And today, we're beginning to remember why. At the center of this timeless code lies the flower of life, a stunning pattern of interlocking circles seen across cultures and continents. It looks simple, but don't be fooled. The flower of life contains the blueprint for all of existence, from atoms to star, from the spiral of DNA to the geometry of your soul. According to the ancient Egyptian sage Tehuti, also known as Thoth or Hermes Trismegistus, the flower of life isn't just a symbol, it is the very spirit that animates creation. In the emerald tablets, Tehuti reveals that the earth is alive, and this sacred pattern is its beating heart. It moves through everything, shaping, renewing, and connecting all living beings. Tehuti also speaks of our dual nature, of balance between polarities. When this balance is broken, decay begins. But when restored, it leads to eternal life and awakened consciousness. By meditating on the flower of life, by visualizing its geometry within us, we start to align with that universal flow. We begin to feel the oneness, the sacred thread that binds all of creation together. This concept isn't exclusive to Egypt. In Buddhism, the flower of life symbolizes the interconnection of all beings. It's a reminder that we are not separate, but part of a vast, living cosmic web. By meditating on its form, Buddhists cultivate compassion, clarity, and unity. In Native American wisdom, this same pattern becomes the sacred hoop of life, representing the cyclical nature of existence, birth, death, rebirth, a never-ending spiral echoing through time. No matter the culture, the message is the same. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, expressed through sacred form. In the Eastern traditions, sacred geometry evolves into yantras, spiritual diagrams used for meditation and transformation. The most famous of these, the Shri Yantra, 9 interlocking triangles forming a cosmic vortex. To the ancient tantrics, the Shri Yantra was not just art, it was alive, a living, breathing gateway to the divine. When meditated upon, it could activate the deepest levels of consciousness, aligning the soul with the fundamental structure of the cosmos. Other yantras, like the Kali Yantra or Ganesha Yantra, tap into specific forces, transformation, removal of obstacles, abundance, each pattern a portal into the sacred. Even the Jains use yantras to represent aspects of the divine path to liberation, like the Navkar Mantra Yantra, mapping the journey of the soul toward enlightenment. These aren't just symbols, they're tools that remind us the path to the divine is not somewhere outside of us, it's hidden in the geometry of our own being. In the mystical tradition of Kabbalah, sacred geometry appears as the tree of life, a diagram of the soul's evolution through 10 levels of consciousness, known as Sephirot. At its heart is Metatron's cube, a complex design holding the Platonic solids, the very shapes that form the building blocks of all physical matter. To the Kabbalists, Metatron's cube is the geometric blueprint of creation. By meditating on it, we begin to understand how the universe functions and how we are woven into its design. Each sephira represents a stage of spiritual growth, from the material realm of Malkuth to the divine crown of Kether. Climbing this tree is the soul's path back to its source. Philosophers like Pythagoras and artists like Da Vinci were deeply influenced by this knowledge, embedding sacred geometry into their work to unlock hidden dimensions of truth. But sacred geometry isn't just for the mystics and the sages, it's for all of us. You can begin using it in your daily life right now. Start by creating a sacred space in your home. Decorate it with the flower of life, the Shri Yantra, or any geometry that speaks to your soul. Let your environment become a mirror of the harmony you wish to cultivate within. You can also use sacred geometry in meditation. Visualize these patterns surrounding you. Feel their symmetry balancing your mind and energizing your body. Each shape becomes a mantra in form, guiding you toward peace, clarity, and divine connection. Even in yoga, sacred geometry shows up in the alignment of the body. Triangle pose, star pose, these are not just physical, they're spiritual gateways, unlocking energy, awareness, and unity. Sacred geometry is more than just shapes, it's a living technology of the soul. By engaging with it, we don't just awaken our own spirit, we tap into something much greater, the evolution of human consciousness. Many ancient traditions believed the universe moves in cycles, waves of growth, collapse, and rebirth. The Maya, the Hindus, and even modern mystics like Sri Aurobindo taught that we are moving toward a new age, a time of greater awareness, a return to unity. And sacred geometry, it's the map, a guide to help us remember where we came from and where we are headed. So as we explore these ancient patterns, let us remember that they are not just symbols of the past, they are keys to the future. By living in alignment with the sacred code, by honoring the geometry of life itself, we can step into our true potential. We are not random, we are designed, we are not separate, we are connected. And the universe, it's not out there somewhere, it's within you, written in sacred patterns that have always been and always will be.